Alberta Scandinavian Politicians, 1905 to 2008, by Austin A. Mardon and Ernest G. Mardon. Introduction by C.S. Hale, edited by Nicole Spears and Katrina Bogojevic. Narrated by Brendon Black. Preface. The essence of a true democratic process is that individuals are selected from the collective whole of a society to act on behalf of that collective society in the area of political governance. In examining the process of governance, we sometimes forget that the elected representatives are only part of the democratic arena. Within many societies, the losers do not accept their defeat gently and with grace. For democracy to continue to exist, these defeated candidates must be willing to accept the will of the people as expressed through the ballot box and candidate selection. Historically, in many societies, the disintegration of the political process and a transfer of power is instigated when losers of the voting process take up arms. Many would ask why the losers would be included in a history of the political landscape of Alberta. It is for the above reason, and for the continued smooth function of our society, that these losing candidates are a distinct part of the political process. It is only with their peaceful acceptance of the will of the people that our political institutions continue to exist. The other assumption of our work is that the individual life history of each politician distinctly affects the manner in which they chart the course of the state. As Lord Thomas Macaulay, the 19th century British historian, states, history is ultimately biography. The Marxist historical analyst might question the validity of individual biographies. There would be an attempt to look at broader sweeps of historical action. Notwithstanding this attempt, it is only by developing taxonomies of biographies and coherent schemas based on established historical facts that a comprehension of reality may be approached. The particular example we have here is the 100-plus year analysis of Franco-Albertan politician influence on the governance of Alberta. The discussion up to the publication of this volume is based on scant and spotty research, based primarily on speculation and not fact. The work here within is based solely on facts. With the data and interconnections that are contained in many biographies, future researchers will be able to base their research on established facts. The value of this book will not occur at one fell swoop, but in drips and drapes. This book will be out of print and tattered in the collections of interested researchers. Each separate biography is a source of interesting historical material that can otherwise be located only in a bewildering array of archival sources. After this work is published, it will be possible to examine the plethora of ethnic groups in the migration waves across Alberta and how they have impacted the political process. The ethnic groups, each in their own distinct way, have strengthened the democratic process through individuals who put their names forward for election to the Legislative Assembly or to represent Alberta in the House of Commons. In many cases, it took a generation or more for participation to occur, but eventually they joined the political process. The pattern that seems evident from their example is that a series of failures at the provincial level can eventually lead to success, namely election to the Legislative Assembly or Parliament. The characteristics of gender participation are quite disturbing. While women represent the largest minority group in Alberta, they distinctly do not have a proportional representation of political candidates. Even up to the present day, the female candidates have, however, been spread out, putting themselves forward as candidates over the entire political spectrum.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?